Okay, this is my homemade bait boat, which I've been making for some time now. We'll start off with the hull. The hull I actually bought, which was a prototype, and I only paid £30 for it. Unfortunately, it was a little bit ropey, to say the least, in the fact that a lot of it didn't fit together. The corners where the jets go actually needed grinding out to be able to get the jets to actually fit. Luckily, I've got a friend that works very well with fiberglass and composite materials, and he managed to help me out in the latter stages of this to get the project moving on. But yeah, let's start off with the back of the boat. At the back, we've got two NQD impeller jets. Actually bought these off eBay for about £20 for the pair. They do actually come with motors, or you can get them with motors, but there's not really a great deal of information on the spec of the motors. So I decided to buy them just as the jets on their own, and then I went and bought two JP Power 480 brushed motors. These were about £6 each, so not drastic money at all, and they certainly seem to shift the boat along quite nicely. Then you've then got two 45 amp Hobby King ESCs. These are actually designed for remote control cars. They've got forward, backwards and brake function on them as well. I've actually put them on a bit of foam to be able to elevate them off the bottom of the boat. Heaven forbid I should get a leak within the boat, so at least it will save the electronics. You've obviously got two of those, one each side, and obviously they in turn power the motors. These are then powered by two Maplin 6 volt 7 amp hour batteries, and obviously that's where the power runs directly into the ESC that you can see here. You can see the power leads. From the ESCs, between the ESC and the receiver, there is a mixer unit which I actually got from Mr. RC World. That was about £16 when I bought it. What that does is, instead of it necessarily being tank steered, it allows the boat to be steered with the normal function of left, right and forward and backwards. What that actually does is it sends the information from the transmitter through to the ESCs, and it mixes the power relevant to get it to steer left and to get it to steer right, etc. That in turn obviously goes into the receiver unit. The receiver unit, at the moment I've got channels 2 and channels 4 operating forward, backwards, left and right. I've also got the top deck of the hull, which is having the LEDs fitted at the moment by my friend, and obviously the LEDs will need to go into one of those units. I think it's actually going into channel number 5, and then the hopper servo, which is already attached to the top deck, is going into the 6th channel. In terms of transmitter, I bought this off eBay for about £25. It's a 6-channel transmitter unit. Comes with the receiver that you saw over there. It also comes with a training lead and the software program to be able to make sure you can get the right channels sorted out for doing the right job on the boat itself. Originally designed for flight and for aeroplanes, but as I say, I've been able to get it to work on my bait boat. What I was saying earlier on about utilising channel 5 for the LEDs and channel 6 for the hopper means that the switches, this one here is channel 5 and this one here is channel 6. It means on channel 5 I flick that switch and the LEDs will come on, and on channel 6 I flick that switch and it opens the hopper. There is another section which needs adding in, but which is a receiver on and off switch by Turnigy. They're only about £8 each. I've got that with us, but unfortunately until I get the top deck back with the LEDs in, I can't wire that in. But it's a very brief explanation of the very basic wiring setup that I've put in, and it is very simple. but it certainly works. So what I'll do is I'll get this boat out in the water as it is, just so you can see it functioning, and then in turn I'll get the top on, get the LEDs in and the hopper fixed in, and then you can see it functioning properly. See you soon.